Greetings and salutations, my friends. Welcome to episode 33 of The Journeyman. Before we get going, just going to catch you up on, quite a lot of stuff. We've got transfers, first game of the season, but also some other stuff that I just want to talk to you quickly about. I'll try and get through it nice and quick. I'm recording this on the 19th of December. So I recorded the rest of last season all in one go. So it was quite funny because I recorded it in an entire batch because I'm trying to get ahead for Christmas so I can have a week off, basically. I don't normally do that. I try to record the night before so I can react to comments, etc., as you guys know. But I need to get ahead. So I'd already recorded the entire season of Cerro Largo. Somebody told me, I've forgotten how to say it. Largo. And so when I was looking at the comments and replying to comments in the first couple of episodes, I saw people tell me of the rules about, no, it's combined over 2 years. And I was like, I didn't know that when I was making the video. So it looks like 5 days on, I've just gone, oh my God, what a surprise. I'd recorded it all before, if that makes sense. So that was fun. But I quite, as you know, I quite enjoy finding those things out for myself anyway. Second point, I want to talk about tactics. Now, I know you're all trying to help, right? It's very sweet of you because there's lots of people, I would say the vast majority of people that are a lot better at Football Manager than me. Now, some of it's on purpose on my part, and I'll sort of explain why, and some of it's just people are just better and stuff like this. But I want to talk to you about it, and so because obviously I've been struggling, there's been more and more tactics advice. And it's very sweet. If you're all sitting there going, oh, Loki's really struggling, I'm going to put in, try 4-2-3-4-7-9 formation with 17 strikers and 3 sweepers. And that's really sweet of you. But when I'm going through the comments and I get 50, 100 people saying you're doing it wrong, you need to play 4-4-2 or 4-3-3 or 4-2-3-1, 4-7-9-1, 2-6-4-5. It gets kind of annoying. Because I don't really take that on board. I might as well just go download tactics if I'm just going to copy what you guys are doing. And also that goes on to the point of how I play the game. I don't know, maybe 5. I've played it for 25 years. 5, maybe back 5 years ago, and previous to that, I'd be in the detail. I'd be all over the individual instructions and super tactics and going through each player individually and making sure he's got the right attributes exactly right for that role that I'm going to play, and I would win, and it would most of my saves at that point were one team saves. I like taking lower league clubs and getting them promoted, but quite often I get back-to-back promotions, get to the Premiership, 1 season in the Premiership, first season mid-table, second season Europa League, third season win it. And not only does that take a lot of time, it also it's not realistic. Because I know I'm struggling in this Journeyman, but I'm an untrained manager in South Africa or India or Uruguay. Of course I'm going to struggle. The chances are you're going to struggle. And I'm okay with that. I know I get annoyed at time and I have a rant about dynamics, which is not entirely my fault. And I'll rant about tactics, but I don't require you guys to be telling me what tactic to play all the time. Because I know you, like you said, you're just trying to be helpful, but then if I'm going through the comments and I see 50 people telling me I'm doing it wrong, and I'm like, you don't get the point of this save. We're not going into too much detail. It's supposed to be a bit of fun. And if I struggle and have a rant, that's fine, because when I do succeed and do start finding a tactic that works for me, etc., it's going to be all the more sweeter. And that's okay, and that's brilliant. So, like I said, thank you very much, but stop. You can give me the odd bit, have you tried playing that winger on attack, or little nuggets or players, or whatever it is it may be. But when you get, and the irony of it is because people think, and generally you do know better than me, but then if I actually look at the comments, you're suggesting 50 different tactics. So there's lots of ways to play the game, and there's lots of ways to make it work and work for you and stuff like that. So I hope you get my meaning. I don't mean to be rude at all. I really do appreciate it every time, but it starts getting on my tits when there's so many of the comments, because so many of you are trying to be nice and helping me out that it just gets a bit annoying. Secondly, like I did with the last sort of series, I'm going to be recording. I've had to actually plan it. I've put a calendar down and like planning like a adult person that makes videos. So this video, I think, according to my plan, is going live on the Boxing Day. So happy Christmas. Hope you got lots of presents and stuff. And then for the next sort of 5 or 6 episodes, I'm recording in one go tonight, just so you know if I'm not responding to sort of comments and stuff like that as much, or showing you bits that you asked for. Just so we're clear on that. So the last sort of bit of housekeeping to do is... this always just amazes me. I've got to say, Brand, thank you to a bunch of patrons. One day. I've been doing it a year. I've had Patreon a year. And I can't separate Patreon and patron. You are a patron if you're a person that donates on Patreon, okay? Ashley Ward, Nathan... Sorry, I'm going to murder names. Nathan Toothill, Konstantin Emelianov, Exodus 1028, Brian Brumby, Custard Prophet is up to his pledge, Barry is up to his pledge, Ruza Kokonen, Kyle Johnston, Stourmer, Christopher Karma. Thank you very, very much. Don't know what to say. Thank you very much. Also, I got this amazing. Just in case you didn't know, my spirit animal is this thing here. The sloth. I've got this brand new t-shirt with, I've got to say a massive thank you to Ain't No Party Like a Benny McParty for this amazing t-shirt. I love sloths because, you know, they embody everything about me, just moving around as slow and as little as possible. Right, okay. I think we're done. Sorry, how long has that gone on for? 7 minutes. Why do you watch this shit? Right, okay. I'm just getting organised now. Okay, transfers. Oh, just in case you were wondering, we did keep our job, which was all good. I'm very much looking forward to doing this season because we're better now. Every team we've had has been like a relegation candidate. This league, I'm a little bit worried the fact we're second favourites to win the league. If we look on the season preview, Liverpool are top, and they have this guy that I desperately want, Gustavo Vieira, because he's amazing. He's only on 350 quid a week. I'd so love him. And people noticed in the comments, he is the brother of the left back that we've got at our club. We've got the shitty brother. They've got the really good one. There's also another brother that I almost signed just for funsies. I was going to try and get all 3 brothers, and he was okay, but he was on far too much money, and he wanted far too much money. So, so that's one that's passed me by. I just going to show you this thing because you guys have been asking, and I keep forgetting to show you. Our favourite ex-players. We're going to have a quick look. What's wrong with Babadidi? He's ripped his cock off. That's fine. So I thought we'd just pop in to see. Look how good Babadidi's become. I knew he was going to be good. I can't believe he is still at Churchill Brothers, by the way. He's banging in goals. I can't believe nobody's taken him, but the trouble is his wages are so high that even if he was released on a free, we wouldn't be able to get him. But maybe we might be at a new club. What's he got, 1.5 years left on his contract? We might be somewhere else. Then we've got Fanny, whose physicals have developed amazingly well, but look at that technical ability, and most of the mentals are pretty shit as well. He's banging in 2 goals a season. Good for him. And finally, Lover Yo-Yo from our South African friends, who looks very good as well. We had him, obviously, at Harmony FC. What I'm saying is I wasn't manager of Harmony FC. I went there to study a coaching course. All right? That's what we're going with. Let's have a quick look at Churchill Bros just to see how they've been getting on. Bros. So, where are we going? Stages. We started off here, didn't we? When we finished second, because, that's what we do. Then we finished second, and then we left. And they finished third. So it was all me. And then they finished fourth. Oh, they're just going, how do you finish fourth with Babadidi in the team, by the way? Also, a couple of other little notes to bear in mind. The Segunda Division Profesional only has a normal league table like a normal team. There's no second stages. There's no based over the last 10 years, averaging it out, plus your goal difference, minus your date of birth, plus how many people you've slept with. And It's just, how many points have you got? Good, you've got more, you're promoted. Congratulations. But there's just a fuck off playoffs game, which is great. There's a massive playoffs. You can finish 10th and finish in the playoffs, which I'm loving. Canadian Soccer Club. They've become my arch enemy, even though we beat them on the last game of the season. It wasn't their fault we got relegated. I'm still blaming them. That's just, just a thing now. It's going to be, they are my arch rivals. We're going to destroy them. So, transfers, my friends. One thing to note I didn't realise when going into this season was you could only make a maximum of 5 transfers. For, I don't know what that would be. But you can make free transfers. But if you buy somebody off a team for 0, that's not a free transfer. Although, of course, it is a free transfer, but it's not a free transfer. You see? So I tried to be a bit more careful with the finances because obviously the budgets are broken in this game. So I've tried to sort of get rid of some of the higher earners, try and bring in a little bit of transfer revenue because I want to do well with this team. So we've got rid of Pablo Acosta, Robinson Ferreira, Federico Fernandez and Elias Gonzalez. We made 56 grand and we spent a grand total of, just behind me there, zero. We spent £0 and I'll show you the players. So we got Franco Tingalini. I keep wanting to say Tingalini, so we're just going to say that. Decent young goalkeeper, 2 under-20 caps on a freebie, £180 a week. Sweet. Then we've got German Raggio, who's a very, very good sort of deep line playmaker, 26, coming into his prime. He's actually got double figures in determination, meaning he's the 7th most determined person in Uruguay. Fact fans. But only £220 a week. This is what I was trying to do. Budget. Let's not bankrupt the club. I think he's going to be very good. He's played in this division all his life. And let's not look. Okay, moving on. Then we've got Jason Lopez from AC Banchia, who is a right back. A Chilean right back. He's the only foreign player that my scouts found. Decent right back option, pretty solid. Not the best going forward, but good physicals. And then we've got Gaston Rodriguez, who is a 27-year-old goalkeeper. So these two guys are going to basically fight it out for the sort of top spot. What I need to show you actually is released players. So we released a bunch of players as well, including the epic own goal goalkeeper. He's gone to Central Espanol. Oh, in the same league. Sweet. Because he was a bit of a dickhead, he wasn't helping our dynamics because he was a team leader, but he hated me. So, and after the own goal, I hated him. So all's fair in love and war. And then we got, so Gaston Ramirez is a sort of decent, solid goalkeeper, £160 a week. Then we've got Alejandro Villoldo, who is a 31-year-old left midfielder, left full-back option with good long shots, good free-kick taking, which is very, very nice to have one good free-kick taker in the team. Most of these players have like 6 months contracts because you can offer them 6 months till Christmas. That's not Christmas, is it? Well, that's not 6 months, is it? Okay, 10 months. Yeah, you can offer them 6 months contract. So, but he's basically going to be my backup left back, and sort of, decent attacking fullback option. He's obviously physical's going to go down. So, yeah, it was fullbacks. Fullbacks in Uruguay just don't seem to exist. Is it like the fat kid at school having to play in goal? Like, I'm going to have to play fullback because they're really hard to get. And then we've got Brian Ludenha, who is a advanced playmaker. We're going to play him more centrally. I'll show you the tactic we're going to go with and we're going to stick with, right, this season. He's an Argentinian. Okay, second foreigner. He's an Argentinian, 130 quid a week. He's just a decent all-rounder. He's not really here to play a bunch of games. We just needed a bit of squad filler. He is the poly filler of the team. And then, his name's not the Red Baron, Baran. It's something else. But as soon as I saw Baron, I was like, and I know it's not spelled right before anybody says, but I was like, I'm having that. He's going to play central midfield as an advanced playmaker. He's a very, very decent player. His name is actually Agustin Camillo Baron Flangini. I don't know why I've got Italian. but he looks a very sort of decent prospect. So they were the sort of signings I made and the freebies, but we've also, because there's a lot of players that run out of their contracts in sort of July, we've actually got a bunch more coming in that I'll quickly take you through, but I'll show you more like when we get to that point of the season. Joaquin Valera is a centre-back, very solid, 22 years old, fruity. Then we've got Santiago Scotto. He's a deep line playmaker. He looks very good. 23 years old. Very happy for him. None of these are on big money. And then we've got Casanova, because we're playing with a winger, and I couldn't find any wingers. So this guy is actually pretty good. He's getting old a bit now. Another Argentinian. Okay, so I've got a few foreigners now, but all from South America. He's just going to fill in, do a job when he arrives, for sort of 6 months or whatever, because we're a bit low on, and I decided the formation I wanted to play and then tried to buy players around it. Couldn't get all the players I wanted, but we're still going with it because I'm stubborn. Guillermo Chavasco is the next one in. He is an advanced playmaker. He's actually going to play more of an winger, inside forward, advanced playmaker in the middle, just the sort of fill-in player, which I'll show you the tactic in a minute. Lucas Lopez is a winger on the right-hand side, but I'm going to play him as an inside forward. Really good finishing, composure. And then we've got Guillermo May, who is a second sort of striker option, just a sort of backup striker. The scouts really rate him. I think he's like okay at best, but he's only on about 150 quid a week. So another little cheeky pickup. What we're going to do, so as you can see, the finances were only 30 grand. The club pumped a bit of money into the club, about 150 grand. And we've reduced the wage budget, as you can see. That's where we were last time, so we've reduced it. A couple more signings are coming in. But we're under budget, and I've lowered the budget because I needed a little bit of transfer money previously. So we're currently spending 9.5, and we're going up to 11 with the new players in June. But what I intend to do in June is sell a couple of players to balance the books. Bit of wheeling and dealing, right? We're making a go of this, right? We want to look after this club. So that is all the signings goodness done. Obviously, the sort of the big one we're missing is I'm just going to call him Fiat Pinto because I keep calling him Fiat Pinto. Sorry, Jonathan. Let's just get it done. Yeah. We all know that's the way it was going. So Fiat Pinto is our sort of striker option. We were retrading him as we got sacked. He could also play as an inside forward really well as on that left-hand side, which we're going to be using. But he's obviously done his cruciate ligament, so he's still out for between 3 and 7 months. There's quite a difference there. I've not got the best medical staff, but we have got like the best team in the league pretty much, so on staff-wise. So that's much better. If we look at a quick look at the team report, good work rate. Jonathan Watt. Good work rate, aggression, formations. We're good at formations. We've played enough, so we should be. Good youth prospects. Bit of depth in certain positions. 4-2-3-1 wide hasn't been very effective. We haven't used that. So well done, Mr. Assistant Man. We've been vulnerable against the 4-4-2, and the rest of it is about depth. And we've got a lack of leadership. Dynamics, my friend. Friends, look, green everywhere. Green as far as the eye can see, my friends. It's like being in Amsterdam. It's amazing. So we'll fuck that up. It's only just gone down recently because one of my players fell out with another one of my players, and then it dropped by half. I had nothing to do with it. It's just they obviously had a punch-up. We've got a lot of people here wants to leave because we got relegated. I've had to promise pretty much everyone in the squad that they can leave if we don't get promoted. But that's okay because I'll probably be leaving if we don't get promoted. So that's the next worry for the next manager. But I had to do it to keep them from not, because they all lost to be transfer listed. So I said, look, we'll get up this season. They're like, all right, I'll give you a season. Okay, tactics. This is going to be a long old video for a first episode of the season. This is our tactic. It's nothing crazy. Right, it's nothing crazy. We're playing a sort of flat back four with a goalkeeper because, you know, I find them useful, unless it was the previous one. Get a deep line playmaker on defend, so he's a bit more defensively minded, cover this back four. We've got a advanced playmaker, Dorego, and we've got a Mazzella in Alves, who's going to sort of drift wide a little bit here, but because we're playing Sequeira who's one of our strikers last season, as an inside forward, he's going to be playing further forward and play narrower. So he's going to sit in here and basically, when we're attacking, become a second striker. And he's going to drift out and do the wide duties. And then we've got a winger. Told you we were lacking them. We've got a couple of guys that have got the attributes for wingers. They just need to learn the position. Because I've called it the flange. No reason. I just like the word flange. I've put it on control mentality because we're going to try and dominate teams this year. We should be better than a bunch of teams in here. I think there's still better teams than us because we didn't improve massively last year. But I think and retain possession and play out of defence. Keep the ball a bit more. It's nice and simple, which I'll get told off for in the comments because I haven't got 64 different team instructions. We've been working on it in pre-season, and for the first time in about 10 years of playing Football Manager, I managed the pre-season games. Are you proud of me? Are you proud of me? The only team that beat us was Boca Juniors reserves, and I thought, oh man, reserves, we should have a good chance. And then I went and looked in, and there's like a couple of sort of £2 million players and stuff like that. I was like, oh, okay, fair enough. Take 4-1, scored a goal. I'm happy with that. But all the other results went pretty well, but against some pretty shitty teams. Wanderers Juvenile. It's not even a fucking team, is it? Right, okay. Today we are playing Plaza Colonia. If we have a look at the league preview, they are pretty much the same as us. 6-1 to win the league this season. So this could be an interesting first game. We're still betting in the tactic. We're gonna try control and see how it goes. This is where you've all been in this situation. Hours and hours of preparation, and tactic buildings, and playing friendlies and transfers. That hope and optimism destroyed in the first 20 minutes of the first league game when you realise it's all going shitty wrong. So they're playing like a deep 4-4-2. That's all good. So Nelly Furtado, encourage the players, give them a bit of morale boost. There you go, boosh. There you go, somebody's happy. Castro. Oh, this is the first episode of the Journeyman that's on the new patch. So all the previous ones, because I recorded them at the same time, were on the old patch. So that's why. You've chosen to leave Gaston Rodriguez out of the starting 11. He's not far off. I can't remember who he is. Is he the goalkeeper that looks a bit fat? We'll go with that. Right, here we go, boys. Like I said, we're not perfectly familiar with the tactic, and there'll still be some tweaking, but I'm going to try and sort of get it. They're having a lot of possession. We need to keep an eye. We could go counter if we're coming back into it. Okay, we've had a shot. We're off the mark. We're winning possession. They came out early, and we fought our way back into this with possession-wise. I'm trying to make this look exciting because, well, we've not had a highlight, he says, as they're going to go and score, aren't they? Here we go. First highlight of the new series. Neves. Oh, it's just gone wide. Keeper had it covered all day long. All day long. I've also changed, just in case you're getting confused, the left-hand side is now the stats of the other team. But somebody pointed out, if you do body language of in this box here, you get the ratings and the condition, which is the most important bit, but you also get the performance and their body language, which is really nice. So, yeah, so just so you're clear. All right. I'll 100% take a draw. First game of the season against one of the favourites, away from home. Draw all day long, please. Okay. Woo! Hopefully, not all the season will be as boring as that one. One highlight. A shot wide. Exciting. Right. We played all right. I'm tempted to go counter. I might go counter for the first bit of the second half because they came out the blocks firing, didn't they? Tell the team their performance was disappointing. I was going to say unlucky. Unlucky, lads. I don't think it was disappointing. But we're going to go counter, but keep everything else the same. So that's why I wanted to do the sort of the friendlies and stuff. Was like picked a tactic early on, sort of tried to pick a settled squad so they got their match fitness up. They're learning the new positions and roles, and I've got everyone training and stuff like that. So hopefully it won't take, because we need to sort of find a system that's working for us. Who's number 8 taking Dorego? I've told you just not take as many long shots, Hugo. What about you? Alves, and you, all right? Enough with the long shots. How many long shots is it? 5 out of the 7. That's not good, but theirs is about as bad. This is a pretty even game, everyone. They've had more corners and fouls. Okay. Now we bring on the super subs. And by super subs, I mean we haven't really got that many good subs. So I'm going to take Vera off, and the Red Baron is going to go as the inside forward. Sequeira, this is my plan, you see, to see what works. Is going to play deep line forward, but on attack. The Red Baron goes as the inside forward on the left-hand side, which he's learning. And where's our youngster? Matthias Fernandez, I'm going to give plenty of game time to this season. He's a good youngster. So we'll just make the double sub. Come on, boys. Let's have a highlight. Actually, no, I'm all right. I'm all right this game. I hope you've got everything for Christmas you wanted, guys. Let me know what you wanted and then what you actually got as like your main gift. Because God knows. I think what the game realised was like, he's talked so much in this video, it's taken so long, we better make it just a quick game, just to get through. I was going to say, I promise you it'll be more exciting next game. I can't promise that. There's not going to be any gaps. There might be just like one game gaps between the games while the Christmas period is going on, because I don't have the time to play 5 or 6 games offline and then come back for recording. So it might just be 1 or 2 games. But there we go. Let me know what you think of the transfers, guys, and all the other shit I talked about in the episode. Again, thank you so much for the Patreon support. I've been doing Patreon pretty much a year now, almost. I think it's pretty much a year. And it's bonkers. It's more than I could ever have hoped. So thank you very much. Thank you very much for watching. Please leave a like if you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you're new. And I'll see you in the next one. Merry Christmas. That's the only time I'm saying it.